Well, the impacts of the pandemic are still being felt along the supply chain, as we've been talking about on the show, but it's also causing shortages in areas you least expect. Here's John Phipps.
Yeah, the old shipping department is working overtime. A few weeks ago, I talked about why the trucker shortage is a mirage. There are lots of qualified drivers, but it's just a crummy job, inadequate pay, and dismal working conditions. I suspected then that low unemployment would uncover more jobs that people really hate doing. I didn't see this one coming. Referees and umpires. There is a serious shortage of referees for youth level, that's below college, sports. The worst is for hockey and football, but almost every high school and organized leagues are trying to find officials for games. For football, athletic directors are being forced to schedule some on a different time other than the sacrosanct Friday night. An epiphany occurred to thousands of referees during COVID. Not only were games canceled, many officials, who are mostly older, even retired persons, were leery of the risk for older people when the games then restarted. This forced absence had several consequences. First, referees who had counted on that extra income found much easier and more lucrative alternate jobs that they prefer. Many of the older ones discovered they could do just fine without that income, especially factoring all the travel time. Another reason is illustrated by this timeless joke that probably originated with comedian Henny Youngman. A man goes to the doctor. He tells the doctor, "It hurts when I do this." The doctor replies, "Don't do that." Ba-dum-bum. Many officials discovered how little they missed dealing with obnoxious players, coaches, and especially parents, and took the doctor's advice. This is particularly true for hockey, which at every level has become a brawl waiting to happen. Attending any high school basketball game will demonstrate that good sportsmanship has devolved down to not carrying a weapon. Officials found life without insults hurled from the stands or abuse from the bench was pretty good and voted with their feet. At the college level, the problem is much less severe, again, due to better pay, but an aging group of referees at that level with fewer younger officials rising through the ranks points to future difficulties. In my recent Top Producer column, The Avoidance Alternatives, I speculated how COVID let us see what life is like with fewer people to hassle us. Many of us won't be going back to previous social event schedules, or at least we're going to be choosing the circumstances when we do be around people.
Thanks so much, John. All right, when we come back, Machinery Pete is with us for this week's